This is Parachi Tarot. How you doing? I'm here to do your reading for today, and just so you guys know, I'm short on time this morning, so I won't be doing an extended reading. Sorry about that. If you guys would like to gain access to my extended readings in general, hit join and sign up for Virgo Bombshell membership. And then that'll give you access to approximately 25 extended Virgo readings every month just for Virgos. And if you guys would like to sign up for a chance to win a free reading with me, then hit like and subscribe and comment down below, I am loved. All right, universe. The person on my Virgo's mind, romantically, how do they feel towards Virgo? And what will be their next actions towards Virgo? Oh my. Could be dealing with a Taurus, or this person is planning to come in and offer you commitment. Or this could be somebody who wants to do things by the book with you. Okay. Yeah, this person has perhaps been contemplating a choice, whether or not how to approach you and whether or not to commit to you, or maybe they've been dealing with somebody, maybe a third party who is a Taurus, or just that they are committed to, and they've been considering like whether or not to break up with a third party, perhaps. With the High Priestess in the reverse, though, this person understands that if they take too long, that they will lose you. It's like they've come to understand how you will interpret that inaction or that silence. And so they know that a choice is before them. Yeah. But they don't want things to end with you, with this death in the reverse. They don't want things to end. All right. So, universe, how does my Virgo's person feel towards Virgo? So with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, this could be someone who sees you as needing them in some way, or maybe they want to feel needed by you. Or maybe they want to feel needed in general. Or this could be them not knowing if you're single or not. With the Queen of Cups in the reverse, the third party could be a water sign. Or maybe this person feels that they like dependence in a partner because it makes them feel like this person sort of over nurtures them. You know, they like the feeling of being needed, I guess. With the Lovers card, this person does want intimacy with you. Strong Gemini energy. So this person understands that they're making a choice. And I feel that they want you and that they're right on the cusp of moving towards you. But there's just part of them that is still I think they're in the process of ending a relationship with someone else, maybe a Queen of Cups. But yeah, they want this it's because they see that with you, they could have this 10 of Cups. That what is potential, like, I feel like if they're with a Queen of Cups, the familiarity tempts them, you know, because familiarity feels safe. But with you, it's like they know that you guys could just be so much happier together. Universe, how does this person feel towards my Virgo? How does Virgo's person feel towards my Virgo? So yeah, this person feels like they need to put in effort to fight for this, because they see that, you know, they can't just sit on their laurels. With the Strength in the reverse, this person knows that they need to put in effort. Maybe they're feeling a little weak, like they're not sure if they have the strength to do it. You could be dealing with a Leo. But yeah, I feel like there's a part of this person that just like wants you to put in the effort. With the Star in the reverse, it could just be because they're wondering if you even want them anymore. But that does feel a bit skeezy. I don't really like what I'm sensing from that. This Leo energy, it feels a bit like if I just step back and I don't do what I'm supposed to do, then Virgo will step up and do everything. And that feels really creepy. I don't like that. So the star in the reverse, I feel like if you're dealing with more than one person, this Leo energy with the Strength card feels like an energy that might try to play upon guilt or making you feel like they're losing faith to get you to step up and do the work. Because even encouraging them is doing the work. You know what I mean? Like putting in effort is doing the work. With the Page of Swords in the reverse, this is somebody who, it just feels like somebody, I feel like there's two different energies here. There's like kind of like this energy up here and then this one down here. This Leo energy feels like it's almost like playing wounded so that you will take pity on them and come in and be like, no, I forgive you or whatever, because they don't want to have to put in the effort themselves, you know, or it's almost like it would make them feel like they're so great if they could hurt somebody, you know, potentially, and then have that person come in and do all the work, you know? Yeah, because with the Knight of Swords here, I think they know that they should be rushing in to do something to end things. But it almost, yeah. So this person, I almost feel like this is a race, is what this is saying. And that you have two people here interested in you, potentially a Gemini and a Leo. And that one of them, and that it's kind of like whoever arrives first across the finish line is going to be the person who wins. Because I think you're at a point where you're not really sure about, like if this is your situation and you care for both of them, you're sort of like uncertain about the true motives of either, or if either of them can be relied upon. And so it's not like you don't have a preference, or you don't, you're not discerning. It's more like, well, I can care about somebody, but it's only relevant if they actually take action. So if somebody doesn't take action, then, what does it matter if I think they're the better option anyways? Because I'll just, pine for them for years, and then, like there's no point in that. But I feel like this is an energy of like whoever sort of shows up first and rushes and takes that opportunity, takes action, puts in the effort, is going to be the person who ends up in your arms, Virgo. And so this could definitely be for some cross watchers. It's all about effort. Because like I said, it's not about, you can think somebody is wonderful and have superior feelings for them. And yet if they don't show up, then, and you could have experience with this, with waiting for people, with sort of devoting your energies and your love towards someone for years, waiting for them while they mess around, date other people, waste your time. And I think that you're at this point, Virgo, where you're just like, I just can't do that anymore. Even if I think that I really, really want someone, I'm not willing to waste years of my life anymore waiting for somebody to choose me, or devoting my love energy into a person if I'm not getting it directly back. It's like you're in this place where you're basically like, I'm not going to give energy to somebody who isn't giving it back by being directly in a relationship with me. Or, it's like pouring your love and desire and admiration. It's this, I don't want to be alone. It's not a desperation to not be alone, but it's an unwillingness, because, our admiration and desire is powerful and valuable. And when we're pouring that into somebody who isn't pouring theirs back into us, that's unequal. That's us not receiving what we're giving, and it feeds. And what it's doing is, if there's somebody who's with another person who's pouring their love into somebody else, and you're pouring your love into that person, they're essentially giving your love back to someone else, and it's draining you over time. It's sucking the life out of you. So it's actually very unjust and unhealthy. Okay. Yeah, you've triggered me, but in the reverse. There could be an issue here where you've been avoiding facing your feelings, um, with one of these people or about one of these people, because it triggers past hurts of things that you've endured from others. And so if you've seemed guarded, we had the high priestess. If you seem guarded or silent, it's not because you don't have feelings. It's not because you don't have feelings about this person. It's because you're trying to make sure that this person is serious about you before you pour your heart into them, before you decide, this is the person I'm going to invest my emotions in and direct all of this powerful energy towards, so that I know that this person is invested in me. Because if I try to devote my heart to another person and they reject me and hurt me, then I'm just not going to be able to take it. So I feel like that's what this is. If this person has been thinking that, oh, maybe Virgo's kind of heartless or guarded, it's not that. It's that I think you're at a place where you don't feel like you can just give out your love for free anymore to people who just want to take it and not give anything back. Yeah. Oh. I just said yeah. Like the Kardashian, like the girl who impersonates the Kardashian. Okay, so this person has these thoughts about you. They're definitely passionate about you, but it was in the reverse. So they're probably trying not to think too hard about it. They try not to, but they definitely do. Let's get some advice cards for you this morning, guys. Oh, step out of your comfort zone. So this could be for both parties, or all, if there's 3 parties here. So I feel like this is saying that this is about somebody, if they want you, stepping out of their comfort zone and taking action. Because again, it's like, this is a race to cross the finish line. Whoever takes, and this is the baton, it's just about putting in the effort with you, that you're kind of in a place where it's not like you just would take anybody, but like if you have more than one person that you're like, well, both people are, cool, but I have a preference, you're still like, yeah, but there's no reason to pine after somebody who's never going to show up for me, that'll just break my heart and drain my life force while feeding that person, all this narcissistic supply. And so it's just, yeah. So I feel like this is saying that whoever just steps out of their comfort zone and takes action and is brave with you, of the people that you want, is going to be the person who you end up with. Yeah. And also show the world the real you. So be in your emotions at this time, don't go overboard, be balanced, but be in a place where you're accessing your emotions and you're dealing with them. Because that's what's going to show this person the real you and how you really feel. Yeah, and again, with the water bearer of Aquarius, bring love into the situation. You could be dealing with an Aquarius moon or someone with strong Aquarius. But yeah, it's about, see, the image is this woman holding, a basin and pouring the water out, basically showing her emotions to the world. Yeah. And I feel like this is like, look at the bigger picture in the reverse. I feel like this is saying that it's not a time to step back and be like, oh, maybe in the future. No, no. This is a time to be in the minutia, in the present, and to take action. Because, this is stepping back and looking at the bigger picture is disassociation from the present, from our emotions, and generally from action. And I feel like that's not what is required here. A fiery climax approaches. So yeah, and we're seeing the ram of Taurus here. So it's about whoever rams forward and just like, takes action towards you and rams their will in this situation is going to get what they want. All right. Is there anything else? Ooh, we could do a timing card for you guys. Okay, universe, what can you tell me about when Virgo will hear from their person, if at all? When should Virgo expect to hear from this person, if at all? The time is now. So Yeah, I feel like this is more, this almost feels like a cross watcher specific message. Like there's somebody who's going to be watching who is a cross watcher, who needs advice about how to approach Virgo or where Virgo's coming from. So the time is now. Basically, stop thinking, take action, because again, it's a race to the finish line. There's multiple people interested in Virgo, is what I feel like this is saying. And um, if you want to be with Virgo, it's going to be a question of getting there first. Because I think that Virgo is just at a point where, yeah, they have preferences, but they've learned, they've learned the hard way that, setting their heart on one specific person who is never going to show up, and then waiting for years does not bear fruit and is actually a very miserable thing, you know? So, and especially if this person, oh, it seems like they've got somebody else or something, basically Virgo doesn't want to do that. Virgo wants to have a relationship now. And though they're very romantic, they don't want to put their energy into something that isn't going to be real. You see what I'm saying? All right. I think that's your reading, Virgos. All right. I'll speak to you guys soon.